We have a spicy one. We're playing the classic Beseech the Mirror plus Gaia's Will, but today we're also playing Living Wish and Thassa's Oracle. Let's go check it out. In front of you, we have a donation deck from Tyler Carden. Tyler, thank you for your continued support here at the Epic Storm YouTube channel. Tyler is a member of our Combo Cabal, which is our top tier. With that, you get 1 hour of free coaching every month, but you also get a donation deck. And Tyler cashed that in to see Living Wish Storm here today. There's somebody who top-aided a Legacy Challenge recently with Living Wish, and Tyler wanted to push the idea further, so we worked on this deck list together. And with Living Wish, it's like Burning Wish, but it gets a creature or a land from your sideboard. Okay, well, what can we do with that? So the obvious things are Besage Who Endures, which deals with Leyline of the Void, Chalice of the Void, Deafening Silence, things like that. We have Karakas, which deals with Lavinia or Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, things like that. And then we have Talon Gates of Madara, which deals with Collector Oof. But when you're playing Living Wish, you can also go get Thassa's Oracle. But why would you want to play that? Like, how do you even draw your entire library? So there's two questions there. So the first reason is that you want to beat Veil of Summer or the One Ring, and Tendrils of Agony decks usually suffer with that. So playing Living Wish and Thassa's Oracle provides those answers. So the other thing is that you draw your entire library using Song of Creation. Okay, but do you need to do that? No, you don't need to, but we already do it in the Epic Storm and it's quite good there. So once you start playing your Lion's Eye Diamonds and things of that nature, it's really easy to draw your entire library and then win with the Thassa's Oracle. So that's why we're playing it today. There is another combo you could play instead of Thassa's Oracle, which would be Witherbloom Apprentice and then target yourself with Tendrils of Agony. The problem with that is if your Tendrils of Agony is exiled, this Thassa's Oracle is a win condition where the Witherbloom Apprentice is a lot more difficult with the Song of Creation because you're likely to deck yourself before you ever get to 20 Storm. So I think Thassa's Oracle is actually the card you should be playing. On top of Thassa's Oracle, you have Fairy Macabre, which beats the graveyard strategies of the format, and then Gristlebrand! You get to play Gristlebrand in this deck, so you can Living Wish for Gristlebrand if you have 8 available mana, and then draw a whole bunch of cards, and then eventually cast your Tendrils of Agony. Additionally, we have Stormscale Scion. This is a card I've played a lot in Modern, but it's better than Progenitor Ooze because it has flying, and so many threats in Legacy fly. So we're playing Stormscale Scion today and not Progenitor Ooze. You also have Xantid Swarm as protection, and then the Haywire Might, which could be another Beseiju, but I like the fact that Haywire Might you could search out with our main deck copy of Urza's Saga. So there's a lot of spiciness to this list today, and hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to Tyler for bringing this to me. I think that this deck list is so awesome. Hopefully we do well today, and I will see everyone in match number 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like the epicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via the epicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Round number 1, we're on the play. Let's go. Living Wish Storm, and we're facing someone who plays a lot of Doomsday. We'll see if I'm able to be the better Thassa's Oracle deck in this matchup. Alright, so we have Veil of Summer, we have Beseech the Mirrors. I believe that this is a keep. Our opponent took a mulligan, and let's begin. I'll play the Urza's Saga and Lotus Petal. Pass the turn. So I'm playing Urza's Saga on the first turn because I don't think I'm going to have enough time in this matchup, and I could be wrong, to sit there and make construct tokens. So instead, I want to try to get my Lion's Eye Diamond online. They play a Flooded Strand, Underground Sea, Dark Ritual, and they just have the turn 1 Doomsday. Yeah. Hopefully they also don't have Counterspell backup. And I can't cycle the Veil of Summer without losing my Lotus Petal, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that or not. 1 Force of Will, 2 Force of Will, 3 Force of Wills. They have a Force of Will in their hand, so turn 1 Doomsday with Force of Will backup. They play Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh, this is just a turn 1 win. Okay. Yeah, we're dead. Should have been faster. They play the Consider and then Thassa's Oracle. That'll do. We lose game number 1. Bummer. I don't think any card in our sideboard is particularly good in this matchup. Like, I could bring in the Xantid Swarm, I guess, over the Nile Spellbomb. Yeah, I guess we'll try this. On the play for game number 2. This is pretty good. We'll keep. I like this hand a lot. Alright, they mulligan to 6. We'll play Bayou and Thoughtseize. The Force of Will, exiling Vision Charm. Sure. They play Underground Sea with 4 cards in their hand. And a main phase Brainstorm. They pass the turn. Still 4 cards in their hand. Xantid Swarm. Don't mind if I do. Let's play it. Much better than a Nile Spellbomb in this spot. So next turn we have a win. Assuming I get another turn. They cast Thoughtseize. We will fetch and play Veil of Summer. Grab the Bayou. And Veil of Summer. The resolves, we draw Mox Opal. Polluted Delta. They have 3 cards in their hand. We draw Verdant Catacombs. I will attack. Trigger. We'll play Urza's Saga. We don't have enough here for a clean win, so I think what we're going to do is Beseech the Mirror into Song of Creation. Sacrifice the Urza's Saga. Grab the Song of Creation. I'm going to play my Mox Opal before my land because my thought, ooh, that was not good. Okay, well, they just conceded instead. We already played our land, so this was actually a fizzle. But my thought process was if I drew a green card, I wanted to be able to fetch for basic force and cast it. But our opponent conceded anyway, so I'll take it. No changes here. I will resubmit. Game number 3 on the draw. Our opponent has mulliganed. We will keep. Living Wish is not quite a payoff spell in this matchup, just because I don't think Stormscale Scion is particularly good and Gristlebrand is near infinite mana. So I think this game we're likely going to try to lean on the Urza's Saga and hope that they keep a hand with a lot of interaction. Black mana here for a Thoughtseize. Hope they take the Living Wish and not one of my artifacts, but we'll see. They take Cabal Ritual. I'm also okay with that. Alright. Beseech the Mirror. A good draw. I think we play Urza's Saga. My hope is that I draw like a Chromox or something so I can make a Construct next turn. I mean, I could make a Construct next turn regardless. I just have to sacrifice the Lotus Petal. They play Brainstorm. Misty Rainforest. They fetch down to 16. And now they Ponder. I just realized that our opponent potentially denied me the ability to win with Thassa's Oracle last game. Kind of rude. And the Oracle off. They shuffled on the Ponder. Chromox. Dark Ritual. That's not a bad one. I mean, I could try to win here, but it seems a little sketchy to me. They have 8 protection spells in the deck. I'm going to just pass here. They play Quantum Riddler. So this is a 2-mana draw 1 in this spot. They play Polluted Delta, and now they're fetching for an Underground Sea. Duress. So this could take my Dark Ritual or Beseech the Mirror. I doubt they go after Living Wish. I mean, I don't think it would be very good, but right now, knowing that we're facing Doomsday, part of me's like, I really wish that I had a Mesmeric Fiend in my sideboard, but I think that's not practical. And step will make a Construct, draw for turn. Let's play Dark Ritual. That was an F6. We'll make another Construct, grab a Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll play Lion's Eye Diamond, play Forest. So this makes me 1 mana short of Gristlebrand. I could Stormscale Scion. I think I'm supposed to just attack. Because if I do anything here, I'm making my construct smaller. I already have lethal on board for next turn. So, like, if I Living Wish for Stormscale Scion, it might resolve. But I'm risking it being countered and not having lethal next turn. So I think it's actually a trap. They have 4 cards in their hand. They do have mana to cast Doomsday. But I'm hoping that their hand is all interaction, because Doomsday plays so much interaction. They play Lion's Eye Diamond, not a good start for me, because now if they have the Doomsday plus cantrip, I'm dead. They have 2 cards, so it'd have to be Doomsday plus draw spell. They make 3 blue, 5 mana. They're going to cast Quantum Riddler here. So they have a blocker, and they fetch. I wasn't thinking about hard cast Quantum Riddler. They cycle Street Rate. That draws 2 cards! Wow! That's insane. So I'm being punished here for not playing the Stormscale Scion. And now they Brainstorm, which draws 4 cards. Our opponent's just hitting runners. They're at 7. So my construct is not lethal either. If I could draw an artifact, we put them low enough where they can't Doomsday. Oh my. That is not an artifact. We'll go to combat. Swing. So this will put them to 2. But 2 is not 1. 2 black mana here for an Orcish Bowmasters. Was not expecting that. So that makes my Gristlebrand line a lot worse. They block. 2 cards in their hand. I mean, I could Stormscale Scion for 3 here. I could also just cast Gristlebrand, but the problem is there's an Orcish Bowmasters in play. So we'll Living Wish holding priority. And I'll make black, red, Living Wish. We'll grab the Stormscale Scion and cast it. I guess if I had done this last turn, we would have won, but I wasn't expecting Quantum Riddler into the nuts, so maybe that's my own fault. 3 cards in hand. Dark Ritual, Cavern of Souls. We need their last card in hand to be dead. They name Wizard. Cycle Street Wraith that draws 2. 5 mana. Thassa's Oracle. They have 1 card in hand. And they concede! We got it! We beat Doomsday! Stormscale Scion got there. We never had the opportunity to cast Thassa's Oracle, but I like to believe that we would have done it last game. That was pretty awesome. Alright, I don't know if I played perfectly, but it was awesome that we got the Stormscale Scion win. This deck's pretty cool. I'll see you in match number 2. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. For round number 2 with Living Wish Storm, we are on the play. The meme is becoming a dream. Alright, so we have turn 1 Wishclaw Talisman, where we get Thoughtseize. I think that this is a keep. So if I draw a land, this hand becomes so much better. We'll play the Bayou and Thoughtseize. They're on Oops All spells. Well, I'm glad I Thoughtseized. We will take the Undercity Informer, pass the turn. They play Lotus Petal, their land, and they pass. Dark Ritual, that has to win. I just want to think through this. So I can go Dark Ritual, Wishclaw, gain Metalcraft, and then Wishclaw for another Dark Ritual. I'm pretty sure that works. So Dark Ritual, Wishclaw Talisman, play Mox Opal, play Lotus Petal, tap the Mox Opal for mana, and now we'll play Mox Opal. And I can actually just... I don't even need to use the Wishclaw Talisman here. Just leaving the Wishclaw in play is good enough. So now we'll go grab Gaia's Will, which we have 2 of, by the way, so when I draw it, it's not so bad. Because as you know, if you're a regular watcher of this channel, I always draw Gaia's Will. So now that we're playing 2 of them, I'm probably not going to draw any this league, and it's just, that's how it's going to be. But, yeah. So I guess we get Thoughtseize here for, it's like free to do so. They drew Dread Return. We'll take the Cabal Ritual. And then they said, oh no, my shame. And then we'll go grab the Tendrils of Agony here. Cast it. Yeah, that was great. I like winning games. Living Wish Storm, unstoppable, clearly. Doomsday and a Game 1 win versus Oops All spells. We want the 4 copies of Fairy Macabre. You could leave 1 in the sideboard for the Living Wish, but I feel like that's a little bit of a trap. We have the Nile Spellbomb for Urza's Saga. I think you're supposed to just take out the Veil of Summers. Yeah, let's try this. Maybe on the play you could keep a Fairy Macabre in the sideboard, but on the draw you just need all of them, I think. Oh baby. Oh baby, this hand is good. I like it. So years ago, and I mean a very long time ago, back when MTG The Source was still an active forum that people used and talked on daily, there was a member of the community who often posted in the TES thread where they were convinced Living Wish was better than Burning Wish, and they always wanted to play Minion of the Waste. They thought it was like the greatest card you could Living Wish for. So I always think of Minion of the Waste whenever anyone says Living Wish, because this person was adamant that it was just like the best thing you could do in an era where ad nauseum existed. My opponent looking at her hand and being like, wow, I'm either dead or I have to leave them with Fairy Macabre. I guess I have to draw an imprintable if they were going to be dead if they took the Fairy Macabre. And they took the Beseech the Mirror. I think that they had to. We draw Thoughtseize. I like that. We'll play the Bayou. Thoughtseize. How's it feel? Good? You like having your cards discarded? I didn't think so. Ooh. Is it better to take their Thoughtseize and protect my Fairy Macabre? Or leave them with the Informer? I bet that they have... I feel like they probably have fewer ways to discard Fairy than they do creatures. So I think it's actually the Thoughtseize here. And then we'll pass the turn. Ooh. That hurts. Okay. Obviously I'm punished. So now I need to draw a payoff spell. We have 3 Beseech the Mirrors and then 4 copies of Wishclaw Talisman. Dark Ritual from their end kills me. That was very good. I am a imprintable short here, so I will pass the turn. Any card that imprints next turn wins the game. They drew a land. So they can play the Informer here, but it's not a win. Okay, they have no hand. We just need any card that imprints. Or a land. That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mox Opal. Play the Chrome Mox. No imprint. Cabal Ritual. Show them Beseech the Mirror. We'll make 3 black. Grab the other Beseech the Mirror. Sacrifice the Mox Opal. We'll grab Gaia's Will. I'm just saying, with 2 Gaia's Wills in your deck, you never draw it. It's just science. Only having 1, you draw it all the time, but when you have 2, 100% of the time you'll draw it. We'll play Cabal Ritual. Play the Chrome Mox. Beseech the Mirror with Bargain. Sacrifice the Chrome Mox. And Tendrils of Agony. Target you. Our opponent says, GG's, love the podcast. Love that. All right, so we're now 2-0 with Living Wish Storm. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. For round 3, we're on the play. Let's hopefully get another win here. Yeah, this seems great. Keep. So, fun fact about Wishclaw Talisman, and you might not have seen any videos that I've played with it in a while, but it is a black artifact. Okay, well, it's a black card. You could probably imprint it to Chrome Mox. The answer is no. Chrome Mox states non-artifact card. So, I wish that they would have read it or change it so that it was just any, like, colored card, because that's what they intended at the time, because artifacts weren't colors. But you can't imprint a Wishclaw Talisman, unfortunately. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here. Same thing with, like, Bolas's Citadel. It is an artifact, so it cannot be imprinted. They're on 6 cards. We'll play Thoughtseize. Disruptor Flute, Helm of Obedience. Okay, we'll take the Thoughtseize. Pass the turn. Disruptor Flute is really good against my Wishclaw Talisman, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to play the Wishclaws until after they play the Flute. There you go. The Flute is on the table. After a long pause, our opponent names Tameo Inquisitive Student. I am good with that. Thank you. More people should name Tameo Inquisitive Student against me, so if you're watching this and you're wondering what to name, Tameo Inquisitive Student, please. We'll play Wishclaw Talisman. Pass the turn. So we could have gone Dark Ritual double Wishclaw Talisman, but we're pretty close to a Beseech the Mirror win. I say close because I don't think we're quite there yet, but we're almost there. They play Thespian Stage. That should do it. So Wishclaw Talisman for Beseech. Chrome Mox is our bargainable effect, and then that wins. So we'll give them the Wishclaw Talisman. The Monkey's Paw. We'll grab Beseech the Mirror. Also, I hate to harp on this, but I'm going to do it anyway. We have not drawn a Gaia's Will yet. There's 2 of them in the deck. Maybe I just need to put a second Gaia's Will into the Epic Storm. Right? That's the only logical thing that makes sense here, right? We'll grab Gaia's Will. Play it. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Whoops. I played the land first, but I meant to play Dark Ritual. I suppose we could play Thoughtseize here. It's kind of free. See what they drew. The One Ring. We'll play Chrome Mox. No imprint. And then Beseech the Mirror from the graveyard. Sacrifice the Chrome Mox. And we'll grab Tendrils of Agony. Boom! Unstoppable. Unless your opponent turn 1 doomsdays you. Alright, so we've won another game. Let's try to get a sideboard game now. We probably want this Besiju Who Endures. We likely want the Haywire Might. Get rid of the Now Spellbomb. We're facing like a black Helm of Obedience strategy. Maybe you're actually supposed to leave the Besiju Who Endures in the sideboard for the Living Wish. Because you don't have anything else you could bring in. Or that you could Living Wish for that matters. So I think you're supposed to leave the Besiju Who Endures in the sideboard. Let's try this. This hand seems good to me. Keep. The opponent mulligans to 5. So if we draw a card that imprints, we could play turn 1 Wishclaw Talisman, and then we could activate Lion's Eye Diamond for 3 black. So we can't win turn 1 unless I draw another Lion's Eye Diamond or Dark Ritual. So an imprintable is not even good enough here. They're on 5 cards. They play Chrome Mox, imprints Thoughtseize, Dark Ritual, Hymn to Torok. They hit my Lion's Eye Diamond. That was not cool. They have 1 card left in their hand. Beseech the Mirror. We'll play the Besiju Who Endures, play the Chrome Mox, imprint the Beseech the Mirror, play Wishclaw Talisman, play Mox Opal. So now we're a Dark Ritual away from victory. They just draw and pass. Urza Saga, don't mind if I do. I can be the beatdown, and we will pass. What's nice about drawing the Urza Saga and our opponent not doing anything is I don't have to play into Graveyard Hate to win now. So I could go for the Beseech the Mirror win. I think I'm actually going to just beat them down with Constructs and not play into Graveyard Hate. They drew a land. End step, we will make a Construct token. They have 3 cards left. 6/6 token, we'll draw for turn. Another Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll activate the Construct, or the Urza Saga to make a Construct. Now we can grab Haywire Might. Play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Easy. Too easy. Alright, Living Wish Storm. How about that? We're 3-0. The Gold Sabertooth times the Epic Storm collection has arrived with 3 full-size tokens showcasing the beloved Dark Ritual, CDH Rogsai, and Legacy of the Epic Storm for just $5. On the backs of these tokens, there's a place for my signature or a custom message. In addition to these sweet tokens, a friendly reminder that all orders that ship from theepicstorm.com also come with a signed Storm token from yours truly. For round number 4, we're on the draw. Our opponent has kept 7. I have no clue what they're playing. I'm going to try this. I just like the ability to beat down with Urza's Saga. Hoping for no turn 1 discard spell here. They grab Badlands. Faithless Looting. What are you playing? Is this Reanimator or Dredge? The Urza Saga does have a main deck now Spellbomb it can grab, but I just need to live that long. They discard 2 lands. Interesting. So probably not Dredge. Lotus Petal. There was a build of the Epic Storm that we were playing that had a couple copies of Faithless Looting in it. Unmasked. So this is Reanimator. They take the Veil of Summer. Okay. 2 cards remain in their hand. We'll play the Urza's Saga. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Play the Mox Opal. Let's try Thoughtseize. Entombment Response. So we have to hope that they don't draw a Reanimate effect before my Urza Saga can grab Nile Spellbomb. They put Gristlebrand to the graveyard. I think I'm going to just imprint my Tendrils here. I'm pretty sure I'm all in on Urza Saga and a Nile Spellbomb. In this way I don't have to sacrifice the Lotus Petal to make a construct. The Lotus Petal's the draw. We'll play it. Pass the turn. We need them to miss on 1 more draw step here. They fetch with Bloodstained Mire. For a Raucous Theater, please miss. Send it to the graveyard. Yes, Thoughtseize. Alright, 1 more bad draw here. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. They go to the end step. All you had to do is believe. So now we'll draw. It's Beseech the Mirror. I'm still just going to Urza Saga beat down them. We'll grab that now Spellbomb. And attack for 8. What's Gristlebrand going to do against my 8/8s? Come on. We win. Yes! Alright, we'll bring in the 4 copies of Fairy Macabre. And I think on the draw, I don't want Thoughtseize. It's just kind of slow. No other changes. I'm just... Oh, actually, no. Let's leave the Crocus in the sideboard for Living Wish. It happened. We finally drew a Guy's Will. Unfortunate. So this hand has Fairy Macabre in it, but also doesn't do anything. So I'm going to mulligan. We have drawn the Guy's Will again. Unfortunate. I think you're supposed to go to 5. Ay, ay, ay. Probably not my game. We'll keep and get rid of the pair of Chrome Mox. They have Badlands and a Thoughtseize. Okay. So maybe I'll draw a Fairy Macabre for turn and everything will be great. They take the Lotus Petal. Interesting. Dark Ritual. I'll just play the Urza Saga. Pass the turn. So, like, you could Dark Ritual, Wishclaw Talisman, go get a Fairy Macabre, but then your opponent has a Wishclaw Talisman. So I don't think that's a good idea. They discard Gristlebrand and a... No, that's an Archon of Cruelty. Okay. Shallow Grave, so I have to discard 2 cards here? That hurts. There's a Saga. Now they attack again, discard the Dark Ritual. That was not good for me. So they're at 24 and I'm at 8. Alright, so we'll draw for turn. Saga goes to the second chapter. We'll play the Verdant Catacombs. Grab Bayou. Play the Wishclaw Talisman. Now we'll pass. They have land number 3. Interesting that they're not going to flashback Faithless Looting here. We'll draw. Make it colorless. Is this a win if I grab Lion's Eye Diamond? No, because I don't have another bargainable. So what no, that's probably not good. Let's just grab the Nile Spellbomb. We'll play the Bayou. And then Living Wish. Yes. Karakas, Haywire Might. Those are really the choices here. I think it's the Karakas. We'll pass the turn. Orcish Bowmasters. Was not expecting that. Okay. So they'll attack and I'll go to 4 here. Another Bowmasters. So I'm running out of time. If I draw Lion's Eye Diamond, we have a win. But it has to be exactly Lion's Eye Diamond, I believe. Let's see it. That does not win. That gives me 3 mana, which is not enough. 3 mana after the activation of Wishclaw Talisman. Okay, so I will concede. We can go to game 3, where we are on the play. We'll put Fairy Macabre, at least 1 fairy back in the sideboard because we can Living Wish for it. And then maybe we'll board out Cabal Rituals and bring back in a couple copies of Thoughtseize so that way we're more interactive. Let's try this. On the play for game 3. So you're able to turn 1 Living Wish for Fairy Macabre and play an Urza Saga, so that way you have Nile Spellbomb coming off suspend. I think we keep this. Urza Saga, play the Lotus Petal, and now we'll Living Wish. Grab Fairy Macabre. Pass the turn. They unmask. Exiling Orcish Bowmasters. They take my Fairy Macabre. Polluted Delta. Badlands. Faithless Looting. Does Dark Ritual win if I draw it? So we go Bayou, Dark Ritual, Beseech. It's back. Lotus Petal. No, it doesn't win. They discard a Gristlebrand. They have 4 cards left. Another Unmask. They have 2 cards remaining. They take my Wishclaw. We are in trouble. We rip Thoughtseize. Wow. Good draw. We'll cast it. Take the Shallow Grave. Okay, we need to get through 1 turn here before I can draw the Nile Spellbomb off of... Or, well, before I could search out the Nile Spellbomb off of Urza Saga. Guys will, right on time. Whoops, can't do that. But I can... I guess I don't even need to tap it for mana here. It doesn't matter. Nile Spellbomb. Let's suspend Guys will. This game might go long enough where that matters. The opponent is going to pass. Sure. Guys will suspend. Let's pop out that window. We're down to 3 counters now. Besage Who Endures. We'll play that. Pass. They have 3 cards in their hand. Guy's Will is going to go down to 2 counters. Basic Forest. That does not help cast Beseech the Mirror, unfortunately. We have the only 2 lands in the deck that aren't Urza Saga that tap for non-black mana. Faithless Looting. Discards Double Entomb. 3 cards remain. Guy's Will down to 1 counter. Mox Opal. We'll play that. And I think on their end step, I might Nile Spellbomb because I'd be able to recast it off of the Guy's Will. They play Lotus Petal, 3 cards left. End step, we will Nile Spellbomb them. Pay a black. Yes. We drew another Beseech the Mirror. And now Guy's Will come off of suspend. We drew Guy's Will, and it wasn't bad. This league is wild. Alright, so we'll replay the Urza Saga. Triggers. Play the Lotus Petal. Play the Nile Spellbomb. We'll cast Wishclaw Talisman. And let's Thoughtseize for good measure. They Entomb in response. I guess I could have... It doesn't matter. They have Unmask. Take the Atraxa. Like, I could have used Wishclaw. I could have rotated Wishclaw for Dark Ritual. And then Dark Ritual, Beseech. No, that doesn't do it. So I think we're just short on Storm. I like the line that I took. My opponent having an Unmask here doesn't really matter, because I just don't think we care if they discard any card in our hand. Verdant Catacombs. So I could Beseech the Mirror for Song of Creation. I think I'm supposed to just pass and make a construct. Maybe I'm playing this a little too conservatively, but I don't want to give my opponent the Wishclaw Talisman and then lose to a graveyard hate card or something else. Like, the odds that my opponent wins right now are just so low that I don't want to do anything stupid and ruin it. So I'd rather just make a couple constructs, go grab a Lion's Eye Diamond, and, you know, win easily. We'll grab a Surveil here. Underground Mortuary. We don't need Living Wish. That can go to the graveyard. So now we'll draw. Another Wishclaw Talisman. Activate the Urza Saga. We'll grab a Lion's Eye Diamond. Play the Wishclaw Talisman. And now we have 8/8s. So my creatures are larger than Gristlebrand or Atraxa. Pass the turn. Faithless Looting. And the opponent concedes the match. So we're 4-0 with Living Wish Storm. We're one match away from greatness. I hope we make it happen. The best Legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory, featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube. The fifth and final match for the trophy. We're on the play. Can Living Wish Storm get the job done? This hand is all in on Urza Saga. I think we keep this because I know who our opponent is, and they play a lot of Fair Magic, like a lot of Delver Secret style decks. So I really like Urza Saga here. And I think that just turn one Chromox and then play Urza Saga is the move. We'll play Chromox, imprint Cabal Ritual, play Mox Opal, Urza Saga. Pass the turn. They have the Wasteland. Why you gotta be like that, huh? Can't just let me have nice things? We'll play Urza Saga and Wishclaw Talisman. We now have Metalcraft, assuming that this resolves. And it doesn't. They force will, exiling Murktide Regent. Polluted Delta. They have 4 cards remaining. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Living Wish. Not a card we need at the moment. I'll just fetch now. And I think I want the basic forest. No, let's grab Swamp. So I could main phase the Construct token, but if they have something like a Chain Lightning, then my Construct token would die, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to wait and then make the Construct token on their end step. Ponder on the stack. They did not shuffle. They play Volcanic Island. Mishra's Bauble. This will give them Delirium. They use the Mishra's Bauble. So they now have Delirium. They attack. I go to 16. 2 cards left in their hand. End step will make the Construct. I now have Metalcraft, which is nice. In response to the Bauble draw, let's make another Construct in case their top card is Lightning Bolt. So now I have 4/4 Constructs. Nile Spellbomb. Not the greatest draw here, but not the end of the world either. We'll grab Lion's Eye Diamond. Play the Nile Spellbomb. Underground Mortuary. Keep the Dark Ritual. That gives me Stormscale Scion next turn. And attack for 6. Okay, you're at 12. They ponder. They shuffle. And they concede. We're 1 game away from the trophy. I want this to happen so badly. Let's go. Let's go. I think we want the Haywire Might, and we don't want Nile Spellbomb. Null Rod is a card these decks often have, so I kind of like the Abrupt Decays here. I wonder if Haywire Might's even good, because, like, the cards I care about would be Grafdigger's Cage or Null Rod, and it doesn't beat either of those. Like, it does if you draw it, but it doesn't if you want to Urza Saga for it. And then maybe we'll cut the 2 copies of Cabal Ritual. Let's do this. Alright, game number 2 on the draw. I think this hand is kind of poopy. Double Beseech isn't great. The Living Wish isn't a card we want at the moment. We're going to mulligan. better. I think we keep, and then we bottom the Beseech the Mirror. I wish that this Bayou was a fetch land for the basic swamp. Polluted Delta. They grab Volcanic Island into Dragon's Rage Channeler. Another Thoughtseize. We'll cast it. And they daze. Okay. Volcanic Island is back. They play a Brainstorm. Surveils away Lightning Bolt. 5 cards in hand. Ooh, not the land we wanted. We'll play another Thoughtseize. They have a Wasteland. That's not good for me. Take the Ponder. Try to slow them down a little bit. Wasteland. Goodbye, land. They attack for 1. Mox Opal, not the card we wanted here. Misty Rainforest. So now they can play Seek the Beast. Oh no, that's the card. Seek the Beast off of Questing Druid or whatever you want to call it. Saga. Okay. Pass the turn. They fetch, and now they can Seek the Beast. Wasteland Mishra's Bauble. Hurts my feelings a little bit. Yeah. And now they'll have Delirium. They play the Questing Druid. And they attack. I'll go to 12. They draw off the Mishra's Bauble. Lotus Petal. Let's play it. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mox Opal. Let's try a Thoughtseize. They Force of Negation. So that means they still have Force of Will. I think I'm going to fight here, because if I can convert this Veil of Summer into something more useful, like another Lion's Eye Diamond, it gets me closer to winning. And they Force of Willed. Okay. Maybe that was dumb, because now they just have lethal on board and I only get 1 draw step. And there's no 1 draw that wins this game for me. Wow, they have Meltdown too. Alright, so we were never winning. Let's go to game 3. Wasteland too strong. I think I'm going to board down to 1 Living Wish here. And we'll board the Cabal Rituals back in. Part of me wonders, like, actually, let's bring in the Beseiju and I'll board out 1 Abrupt Decay. We'll bring in the Xantid Swarm. Wait, that's 61. Board down to 1 Abrupt Decay then. I feel like Xantid Swarm, it might be a questionable card to sideboard in here because we did see that they left in Lightning Bolt. But if I can land it early against like a Force of Negation hand, it would be very good. This hand is not keepable. Mulligan. This hand is keepable. Bottom the Tendrils of Agony. Verdant Catacombs will fetch. Grab the basic swamp. Thoughtseize. Wasteland, Force, Ponder. I mean, take the Ponder, I guess. Try to make them not find a threat, and then maybe that buys us enough time to win. Or we could get lucky and draw a second copy of Urza Saga. They drew another Ponder. Another thing I could do is fetch for a Surveil land and hold the Saga and hope that they destroy the Surveil land. Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll play Verdant Catacombs and pass. Another Volcanic Island. Delver. So they had it all. We'll fetch. Grab the Underground Mortuary. Tendrils of Agony. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Like, you could keep it and then like mini Tendrils later, but I think that's a trap. So I'm going to Surveil away the Tendrils of Agony. I'll pass the turn here. My hope is that they Wasteland the Underground Mortuary. They don't. Okay. Another Dark Ritual will pass. They do not flip the Delver Secrets again, but they drew the card. They play Wasteland. They have not played Tropical Island or the Paraforces yet. Play Urza Saga. Pass the turn. Seek the Beast. It's Delver Secrets Brainstorm. End step they Brainstorm. Delver triggers. They reveal the same Force of Negation. Another Wasteland. Okay. They swing. I'm at 11. They play Ponder. They could play the other Delver Secrets here as well. And they do. Chrome Mox. Not a great draw. I have to pass. So we have 1 draw step to win this game. And I need to beat double Force, which doesn't seem very likely. So I think how we win is that the opponent just needs to mess up. We need them to counterspell something they shouldn't. And I have to draw the action spell. That was not it. Play the Lotus Petal. Let's try Dark Ritual. I would like them to counter the first one. And they do. So now I'll play Beseiju Who Endures. Dark Ritual. They force, I will Veil of Summer. So Wishclaw Talisman is their card we would want to draw here. And they have Daze too. Okay, so they got us. The Meme Dream came real close, but fell just short. So 4-1 is how we finish. You know, I wanted the trophy. You can't be too upset with the 4-1. Living Wish was decent, I have to say. Being able to go grab the Stormscale Scion was pretty sweet. Do I think that this is a real deck? Probably not, but it was fun for a video. If you have ideas on how to improve it, let us know. Let's work together as a community. Thank you, Tyler Carden, for the donation deck. I hope you enjoyed the video. Everyone, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep storming. What you should do is like, comment, and subscribe because there's no better way to support us. And if you enjoyed this video, head over to moxfield.com and follow us there. It's truly the best deck website on the internet. We update all of our decks there regularly with the latest and greatest technology, so you're always up to date. Once again, go check out Moxfield, and thank you for watching.